Hey everyone, welcome back to Full Stack Advanced. I'm Zuli. Welcome back to the 30 Days Coding Challenge for React beginners. So in this tutorial, we're building this beautiful digital clock using React JS and CSS. As you can see, it updates in real time. It looks amazing and it's perfect for beginners. If you're practicing hooks like use states and use effects, this is definitely for you. So you're going to learn how to work with timers in React, format time cleanly, and style components using modern CSS. And also, you're going to learn how to use gradients and a soft class effect. So this project will take less than 20 minutes to build, and you can use this as part of a project or your dashboard project. If you're ready to level up your React skills, be sure to like, subscribe, drop a comment on what you want me to build next, and let's get started. So the first step is to open any code editor of your choice. I'm going to be using VS Code. And right here, we're going to navigate to terminal, click on new terminal. So we're going to be creating our project folder on the terminal. So first off, you change directory to your desktop. So cd desktop, then you change directory to whichever folder you want to create this project. So I have a folder for this 30 days code. So I'm going to change directory to 30 days code, the folder. Now I'm going to create my React folder here. I'm going to use this command npm create vit at latest. The name of this project is Digital Clock hyphen templates React. And you press enter. Make sure you're connected to the internet. Now you change directory to the folder that you created, Digital Clock. And then you're going to install React, npm install. We're basically following this step. Change directory to Digital Clock. We've done that here. npm install, that's what we're currently doing. Now that we've installed React successfully, you're going to type code space, then full stop, and press enter. This is going to open the project folder that we created in our terminal in a new window. So this is it. So I'm going to cancel this one, and I'm going to open this properly. So let me just expand it. Control plus. Okay, so this is what we have. This is our source folder. There's our app.css, index, everything is right here. So now let's navigate to terminal. Click on new terminal. Then we're going to run this command npm run dev. Okay, so we want to open our React app in local browser. So that is what this is for. And now we have the link. Click on this and you're going to see your app in local browser. Okay, so this is the default React app. This button is working. Okay, I'm going to try to make a change right here in our app.jsx. So where we have Vit plus React, I'm going to change this to subscribe to my channel. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please do it to subscribe to my channel and also share my channel with your loved ones. Okay, you can see now there's a change. Subscribe to my channel. Alright, so all of this is working. Let's create our own React app, and that is going to lead us to doing some cleanups. So I'm going to have Control A, then backspace. I'm deleting everything that we have here. Then I'm going to use this command refc to create React snippets. To use this, ensure that you have installed this extension. Head over to extension. Then you're going to search for ES7 React Traders React Native extension. Okay. So once you have this, now I'm going to delete app.css. Once you have that extension, you can use different shortcuts in React. Then for our index.css as well, Control A, delete everything. Okay, so for our entire file, we're going to set the margin to 0. I will set the padding as well to 0. Okay, so this is done. Then in our source folder, I'm going to create another folder, right click on it, click on the new folder. We'll create our digital clock folder. In the digital clock folder, we're going to create two files, the GSX and CSS file. So the first file will be digital clock.gsx, refc to create React snippets, and also we'll create our CSS file, digital clock.css. Okay, now we're going to link our CSS file with the GSX file. So we're going to import quotes dot forward slash digital clock.css. Then we're going to mount the digital clock DSS file in our app.jsx. So we'll come right here and we're going to mount digital clock. Okay, so the only thing we should see here now is the digital clock. Now let's work on building this and bringing this to life. Okay, so I'm going to close this app.css and right here I'll delete this. So for this div tag, I'm going to give it a class name and it's going to take clock container. In our clock container, we're going to have our title H1, digital clock. After this title, we're going to have a div tag and we're going to give it a class name of clock display. And in the clock display, we're just going to have a random time here. We're going to replace this later with something else. Go to, let's say, 30 a.m. Okay, the time is currently 6:14 a.m. Oh, let me just have this. So this is more like a placeholder right here. We're going to replace it with the current time. So let's see. All right, so this is what we have. Okay, now let's build the current time. So the first step is to create a state variable that's going to hold the time and a setter function to update the time. And by default, we're going to set the time variable to the current time. So we're going to have const time, which is a state variable, setter function, set time will be equal to use state, open our brackets. By default, we're setting this time that we have here with the new time. So we're using the new date function. So here, new date function. Okay, after this, we're going to use the use effect that will run after the component mount. So here, we're going to start with use effects. Then we'll create an arrow function. In this function, we're going to set an interval to update time every second. So we're going to have a variable that's going to hold that. So const timer will be equal to, we use the set interval, create a function in this. Okay, then we'll update the time with the current time. So we're going to have set time, which is the function that we created here to use to update this time. Okay, so set time with, we use the new date function, new date. Okay, and right here, we're going to have 1000. That is for every seconds. Okay. Then after this, we're going to clean up function. We're going to create a cleanup function to clear the timer when the component unmounts. So we're going to return a function to clear interval. We'll pass our timer. Then right here, we're going to enter an empty dependency array, which means that this component only runs once it mounts. Okay. Then after this, after the use effect, we're now going to format the time in hours, minutes, and seconds format. So I'll create a variable that will hold that formatted time will be equal to time dot to local date time string. So to local time string, we'll use it to local time string function. Okay. Now where we have this placeholder, I'm going to replace it with our formatted time. Alright, so right now this is what we have. The time is currently 6:18 a.m. So it's 6 hours here, this is minutes, and this is seconds. Okay, let's see with what we've built before. This is the same thing. 6:18. You can see it is the same thing. Okay, so now let's style so that this here we can achieve what we have built here. Let's style. So we'll start by styling from here. So for the entire body, we're going to set the background color. We're using linear gradients. Open our brackets to right, comma. We use this color code. Comma. This color code. this color code. Okay, and then we'll set the height 100 VH. Display here will be flex. Justify content at the center. Align items at the center as well. Okay. Okay, so the background color is not applied. Let's check. Okay, it's supposed to be background, not background color. Okay, let's see. Alright, so we have the same results. Okay, let's style this. Now we're going to start styling the clock container. So I'm going to copy this. Then our digital clock, I'll paste what I just copied there. Text align, center, background color, RGBA, 255, 255, 255, come on, 0.05. Okay, then we'll have a padding of 2.5 rem, 2.5. Okay, and then we'll have a border radius of 1.5 rem, and then box shadow 15 pixels, 35 pixels with this color code 0, 0, 0, 0.3. Then we're going to have color whites. Then we'll have a backdrop filter. Backdrop filter. Blur 10 pixels. Then we have an H1 in the digital clock, in the clock container. So clock container H1. We'll set the font size to 2 rem. Margin bottom to 1 rem. Letter spacing 1 pixel. And right now we're going to style the clock display. The font size is going to be 4 rem. The text color RGB 5, 241, and 5. Then the font width will be bold. Letter spacing will take 3 pixels. Okay, so this is what we have. The fonts are a bit different, so we're going to change the fonts now. Okay, so in our index.css right here, we have font family. We're going to use these fonts, but not everything. Okay. Okay, so we have the same fonts now. Okay, so the time is the same, and this is the digital clock. So this is the end of this tutorial. Get ready for the next one. Alright, so if you enjoyed this and if you understood what I just explained, please do well to drop a comment, also share, like, subscribe. It will take nothing to subscribe, guys. Please do subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Have a nice one.